Just love how the guys fought. We knew that we were going against a really disciplined team out there. They had a big win last week, so really excited how our guys executed, stayed true to the game plan, and it was a really good day today. One thing I love about this team, and while we're trying to build it a certain way, we can play different types of football. We can go grind it out, and we need to score points. We need to score points. It's just depending on how the game goes, being able to win in different ways. I think that's very important of winning a national championship, and that's one thing that we did last year as well. But I want to continue to keep it going with a lot of new guys and new staff that we have here, and I just love how our staff just continues to find a way, making adjustments on every phase of the game, understanding what's happening with the win, understanding what they're doing while they're making adjustments to those as well. So that's how we won today, and I'll take it. That's what we talked about when we got the job here. We wanted to try to continue to be physical, but while being physical, being able to be balanced as well, running the football and then throwing the ball as well, and just putting pressure on the defense. And we have a really good defense, and but when the offense can put pressure on their defense, it's just a really good team game. So proud of the guys. It starts up front like always, giving Shea enough time, even with the pass protection with the running backs, and then the receivers got to get open and make plays. So it's a whole team effort in terms of that. I told people before, our conference gets us prepared. This team reminded us of a Southeastern team that played us tough, and it was just another opportunity to play a team just like them. And I'm just so proud of the guys of how just stuck to the game plan. Things kind of went up and down in the beginning, offensively, defensively, played consistent, and then they were able to make adjustments when they needed to as well. So, again, I'm always proud of these guys on and off the field, and I just love how they're listening to us, and it's just a whole family atmosphere in terms of what we're doing of trust and that grit culture that we always talk about. It feels good. It feels good. These guys earned the right to be at home. And, that's why I hope the sun comes out and we can turn this heat up a little bit more, as we play this next week. We want the support of the community. We always get that support. I want more people to just come out and watch us play, because these guys work very hard. It was a really good crowd today, but it's the semifinals, and that's one thing that we're not taking for granted, and we're not taking lightly. I know we won a lot here, but this is our journey. This is our first time in the semifinals, and we're going to celebrate. But no, tomorrow we gotta be ready to go.
Man, it starts with the coaching. We're the hardest coached and the hardest working D-line group in the nation. It starts from Coach P. We have the hardest scout periods in the nation, and then Coach Fred, man, like the Indy we go through, and then we run after practice every day. Like, I'm really grateful to be part of such a hard-working group. As a unit, like, this is the first time in my career I've really been able to step on a field with everyone and just have 100% trust in my teammates, from the safeties to the linebackers to the rest of my D-line. Like, every time I step out there, I'm ready to give 100% because I know that everyone else is going to give 100% too. Honestly, I love it. I love setting the tone against the run game. If you can stop the run, then the offense is pretty much at your mercy. If they just have to sling the ball all over the yard, I have 100% trust in our DBs to go make plays, and as you saw today, like, they can cover anyone in the nation. Man, when Ty got that sack, I about jumped through the roof. That was awesome. That was his first sack of the season. This is my first sack off of an actual pass rush win this season. So I was super juiced, and just as a unit, how we were playing, like, just get the opportunity to go play with those guys. It was awesome. I was just so juiced to be out there. Keiser's been awesome, man. Like, I'm from a small town, 7,000 people in my town, so that transition from Moorhead, Kentucky to West Palm Beach has been awesome. Like, I'm grateful every day to be here. And just getting to play here, like, I love meeting our fans, and our fans, we have the most supportive fans in the nation. So every week, even though we have probably less than 2,000 fans there, our stadium gets loud. So playing in front of them is awesome. And being one of the two teams that gets the opportunity to do that, it's really a blessing.
I say this has really been a truly blessing of a year, a great year where we've kind of just expanded our horizon on both sides of the ball, kind of just really studied what we got in-house and just grind it out, the best ends of each part of the ball. So going back to what you asked, which is how well we've been on the ground and in the air, I think it just comes with confidence. When you understand and know who you have in the building and you know their abilities, you exploit it. And then when we know the people on the other side of the ball don't have that or are lack of it, we're going to exploit it. So, obviously Keiser's going to keep his tradition of RTB, running the ball every other down through your face. But at the same time, if we have star receivers like Fino Van Gates, Trey Averhart, guys that are good at their craft, we're going to throw that ball when they're open. I feel like we obviously come out with a mentality of, it's going to be a shootout. Nobody's going to come here and lay down. And those guys showed it. For the first half, it was really nitty-gritty. We had to earn every yard, every pass play that we were going after, and, we did. We just had that edge to us, and we just didn't stop the train from moving. And those guys were definitely a hard-fought team. They came here with the mentality of it wasn't going to be easy, but like you said, once the defense kind of gave us that edge, which was turning the ball over on their side of the field, it was over with because we have to capitalize, and that's what we went out there and did. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's without getting emotional, it's truly wonderful. Shay's been through a lot this past year. As we all know, he tore his ACL. I think it was last year, or no, the year before last year in the playoffs before Bryce Beasley took over. So he's hungry, and he's not here to play with nobody, and we right along with him. So knowing that we've got a guy back there who wants it just as bad as the guys on the line, the guys running the routes, and the guys on the other side of the defense, it just makes it way better. The intensity is unknown. I feel like during practices, this is what we work for. Practices are war, and when we get out there, it's war. But once you give us that edge, we're not going to stop because Shay's not going to stop, as you've seen, and he's hungry. He sat down last year, bit the bullet of having to go through rehab, recovery, and he watched his team go out and win one. So now it's his time, and he's taking full advantage. It's great. Not a lot of people get this opportunity, like you said. A lot of guys are already home. A lot of guys really strive to be here, but weren't able to. So obviously we're going to live in the moment. We're going to enjoy the blessing of being able to host a home game in the semifinal game. But at the same time, we'll be ready to go because this is what we practice for. This is what we've had in our minds since fall camp. Getting back here, finishing the job. That's it.